Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You know who it is already, Anthony with Jhuly's Aquatics and Gardening, and I am just going to give you a few project updates. There are some things in the garden that have really, gone wild, like these Supertunia vistas here that honestly I'm getting ready to rip out because I just need some peace in the garden. The weeds are taking over because it's been incredibly hot. But you can see that this Supertunia Vista has gotten so rambunctious that it is climbing. I'll give you a closer look. It's climbing up and over into my bog garden, and I don't want those in there. I'm not able to properly edge my grass because the Supertunias are growing into the lawn. So as I don't have great attachments to annuals, so whenever I'm ready to, and I don't fertilize these, so you can see by the low bloom count, I'm just ready to get them out. Give me some peace in this front flower bed. My Hibiscus, Rose of Sharon, Lavender, Chiffon, Rose of Sharon is blooming. It's blooming non-stop for weeks now, and I just love how that plant looks. If you didn't see the video where I removed the Hydrangea that was here, I'll link it up above. You can see that this area has completely filled in. The coleus there has grown into a mass like I was hoping it would. That one is actually taller in the back, and that one is a little lower, and that one is the shortest, so it's like the perfect stair step. The Bobo Hydrangea is blooming its head off. It's never bloomed so prolifically since the day I planted it. And look how beautiful it looks up against the dahlia there. Up above here, the container or the concrete piece that I got for my birthday isn't looking super hot anymore. And again, I haven't been fertilizing my annuals. Those are the hanging baskets. I mean, I'll link these videos up above so you can see what they look like. They were blooming prolifically, but I just have not been fertilizing. So, that's the result. Forgive my rabbit trap, but I have rabbits for the first time this year. There's just a lot of beautiful things, and again, a lot of things that need to be addressed hard. Now this is a sad sight. My Limelight Hydrangea Standard has put on more blooms this year than in any other year. And over the last 2 days we've had non-stop heavy rains that have beat down the canopy of this poor shrub. And it was beautiful and upright, and now it's floppy and sad. Hopefully it bounces back. Right below that, this is the herb and flower planter that I did in a video recently. You can see that the thyme has grown by leaps and bounds and has overgrown the super bells. But I've been cutting on this. We've been using up this thyme a lot. And it just keeps going. So I'm honestly looking forward to having this be a perennial, the thyme is going to be perennial, but maybe I'll just leave it as a herb planter next year. Who knows? But it's doing well. Doing really, really well. I don't know if I've ever specifically highlighted this orange Kodiak Durvella, but it's stunning this year. And it's had these blooms for the longest time. Typically, it only blooms for me in the spring. But it's just been going and going and going, and I love that foliage. I love how it looks at the front of this bed. I did prune it up this spring, although it doesn't look like it, but I love that weight, that texture, that variegation in color and leaf structure right there. So I considered moving it once before, but I'm absolutely not going to move it now. Let's go to the west side. This is the planter that I placed on a concrete pad in a video a few weeks ago. I'll link it up above. And I planted it up with a perennial grass that I don't remember the name of. I actually have 3 golden ivies that you can see peeking out at the bottom there. And I planted 3 Super Tunia limoncellos. I've never once put a drop of fertilizer on these plants. They're hooked up onto my drip system, and they've just been going nuts, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. And this is what I want to start doing again. I know I've been saying it a lot, but I really want to start switching out a lot of my containers to perennial planting, so that way it cuts down on my expenses each year. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this butterfly bush I got on clearance last year, and I accidentally cut it back to the base this year when I was tilling this bed. I just ripped the plant off at the base, and I didn't think it was going to come back, and it flushed back, and it's blooming. It hasn't stopped blooming all season long. That's what I'm talking about. Those are Super Tunia black cherries. I think they've been getting too much water from the drip system over here, so I'm going to be pulling those out and finally getting to plant my primrose over there. Look at that hibiscus. Look at that. It's just eating this flower bed alive. No, I haven't weeded yet. Don't kill me. But this is going to be moving to the back along my east side fence. And I'm going to be showing you that today because I know I've been talking about it for the longest time and I've never shown you. So I'm going to take you around there and show you that today. I'm on the deck in the back here. This is the secondary bog garden that I set up, and I filmed the video and lost all the footage. So hopefully I'll be able to get out here and talk about this soon. But it's doing well. Those were planted with the plants that I got from petflytrap.com, and I'll link that video in the cards or down below in the description box. Now, I haven't shown you guys my patio ponds before. I don't know if you can see the flutters on the top of the water, but those are baby fish. These are long-finned zebra danios. I don't know if the camera is picking them up, but see, there's fry everywhere. It's really hard to catch them on film. There you go. So those are the long-fin zebra danios. In this tub over here, I don't know if you'll be able to see either, but there are fry at the surface there. These are my gold barbs. And this tub again is teeming with fry. That pond over there is a failure. I had rummy-nosed tetras in there. They all died. Then I added in rainbow cichlids, and I think the rainbow cichlids are dead too, which is a bummer. So I'm just going to let it keep going, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season. This is the last tub that I have, and look at that hibiscus. Woo-wee! And it's in the DIY waterfall that I did. I did not do a video on this because it was my first time, and it took me weeks to get it right. But that is stunning. In this tub, and you're not going to be able to see the fry or the adults because the fry actually, which I did not know, hang out all the way at the bottom of the tub. So I did a sweep of this tub yesterday, thinking that I was going to, add some wild bettas in here, and I found fry at the bottom. They were teeny weeny, so it looked like they had just spawned, so I really hope I didn't wreck my spawn by doing the sweep yesterday. But this is looking absolutely beautiful. And that is you can't even see the basket at this point in time. But I did the floating pond basket planter for this tub. I'll now link that up above or in the description box also. But this tub has the Emperor Tetras in there, and again, they're spawning. So out of the 4 tubs that I have set up this year, 3 of them I'm sure have fry in it, and I'm really looking forward to the yield that I'm going to get from them. So this is the east side fence line I keep talking about. I've been working on this bed, tilling it up, getting rid of all the growth that was back here. And I'm hopefully going to be able to connect this flower bed with this side of the house, which I've never shown you before. So this is where I plan to put all of those clearance plants and move some of the overgrown shrubs that I've got in the front flower beds. Don't mind the dead flowers right there. All the way along this fence line, all the way to the end. So you see I've got a lot of room to plant. But I'm just going to take my time. I'm not done amending the soil back here. I'm not done working on this bed. So that's why I haven't been planting anything yet. But hopefully by the fall rather, I can get working on this bed. And this is the last area I want to show you, because I have yet to show you this area. This is just a circular bed that I've got going on, and I have a lot of shade loving plants in here. And this bed gets full sun. In the spring it's shady. In the summer it gets full on sun. So I'm going to be transitioning these plants into other areas of the garden. But look at that elephant ear. Love that thing. It's about 4.5 feet tall right now. I'm hoping it gets like 6 feet by the end of the season. But I just got a couple of grasses, some hellebores, a crepe myrtle, just a couple of random plants that I'm going to be moving around and repositioning and what have you. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this update video of some of the projects that I had going on this year. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you're subscribed with the notification bell on so that you don't miss an upload. Remember that in all things, give thanks. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.